Hello everybody and welcome to part 21 of my Lizardman Let's Play. As you can see, I'm doing quite well here. I'm consolidated over in the Southlands and my invasion of Lustria is going. I did have a fairly painful battle last time, however I've mostly recovered from that. I'm going to be pushing down against Clan Pestilence now to try and finish them off, because I want to really take them out and take them on to make sure they are dealt with. And I am still going to be trying to, let's see if they'll do it at the moment, but I want to try and confederate with some of these guys. If they'll love me, but none of them want to confederate with me. Let's just have a quick look. Sometimes you do get technologies which help you to confederate, so I would imagine it would be quite higher. Oh, some of those are nice. However, I'm not going to be getting to them for a while. No, it doesn't seem to be anything which is to do with confederation that I can see easily. Yeah. As I'm sure I could earlier, I just messed it up by not taking the opportunity when I could, I think. So as I expand, I'll probably get the opportunity to again, especially as I go through these, they'll start liking me even more. But for now, while I can do the next ritual, I really want to get my house in order first, because I'm going to get hit quite hard. So while I'm going to be doing that, it's probably not going to be straight away. Right, let's head down here, because there's a few things over here I can pick up. And Kroq-Gar should be back in the Altar of the Old Ones next turn. And once Kroq-Gar's over in Lustria, I think my battles are going to start being a little bit more in my favour, because he is now commanding an incredibly powerful army there, which I should be able to push forwards and really throw into those Skaven hordes. To really start clearing them out. However, I might well have public order issues due to the sheer amount of Skaven corruption, which is probably going to be about here. Because Lord Kroq... Oh, they're spreading plague to my cities. I want to try and deal with that, but yeah, Lord Kroq is a plague spreader as well, so they'll a corruption spreader. So all the territories over in Lustria, which he's been in command of, will probably be having quite a high amount of corruption there, so that is something I really do want to be looking out for. Now, sorry about that. Now, obviously, these guys are still trying to deal with the vampires. Eventually they might. We've got the Knights of Origo, who don't particularly like me, but I think they've got their own issues up there. At some point, I really am going to have to deal with that... those damps. My corruption is slowly dropping off in most deserts. I will go have a quick check on that next turn, but it's still not ideal. I really want to clear up the corruption and finish off those damps at some point, though for now it might be a matter of holding on to what I currently have. And the chaos here, these guys are pushing down towards the Skaven cities, so I can get away with ignoring them, which is always quite nice. Let's just...
A plague has come upon
okay, so he's letting me know I've got a plague, which ouch, that is not a nice ability to have used on me. Right, so yeah, the corruption is dropping. It's just taking a long time to drop, unfortunately. Can I move out of this province yet? No. This has a lot of vampiric corruption. Unfortunately, other vampire settlements here are probably helping to spread that corruption as well. You need a couple more units. Oh, let's get you a couple of Stegodons. I did not realise I had that here. I'm tempted to change it out for some recruitment, because I do also have one here. Yeah, so I'm going to swap this out for, sorry, some production buildings as well. He has leveled himself up. So straight down the damaging route. Let's throw a bit more recruitment on for him. Right, so one of my skink chiefs has leveled up. I'm in the second tier with him, so let's keep pushing through this. Alright, let's just have a look. Can I actually get another skink priest? So my vampiric corruption. I actually have vampiric corruption here, which is interesting. What is creating that? This doesn't really help anything. Let's have a look through. I'm happy with profits. I would like one of the buildings which increases the profitability, but then I have to lose a lot of these things which are very beneficial for my trade agreements. Let's just see if I can get any more trade agreements actually. Unsurprisingly, they don't want to trade with me.
Ready.
I am trading with these dwarfs who like me. I'm not trading with the other dwarfs yet.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
These guys seriously don't like me, but they are still trading with me. But this is what I need to be careful of, because some of these guys might well go to war with me at some point, which is something I also want to try and avoid, if at all possible. But I might have to deal with a war coming through. So let's just have a look through what I can build and what will help my economy the most. I do like to keep pushing my economy for various reasons, but as you can see, as I build armies, it does cost a lot of money to keep them up. So, I mean, obviously, it is quite obvious why I want to keep pushing my economy, but you know what I mean. It's something I really do want to really focus on pushing up. Right, can he move out of that territory yet? Not just yet, though we've got Kroq-Gar about to come in. Can I recruit another skink priest yet? That's what I really want to know. No, I still need to get a blood shrine of Sotek, which is probably going to be my next thing here. Is a blood shrine of Sotek or a temple of the old ones. I do want to get one of each long run. Oh, that's annoying, it's just out of range. And we can get tech going. Right, untainted, +1 untainted faction wide, that is very beneficial. Because that'll hopefully start clearing out a little bit of vampiric corruption I've got here as well. It's from osmosis from all these places up here. So I really do want to start pushing that down, but again, just now I can't quite afford to go on that war yet. I'm just trying to work out. So Kemi and the Springs of Eternal Life are both part of this, so I'd have to take out them. And then they've got 3 territories up here, which I can't... And I can't see the salt plain, but I assume that's up here on the coast somewhere. Right, I think that's me done for the turn. As I said, I'm not starting that ritual just yet, because I'm not happy I'm in a position to start it yet. Because while I'm strong, I don't have enough armies in my heartlands at the moment to start it. He is just on a mission. He keeps throwing himself up here right into Naggarond and then getting poked about, but he's keeping them busy, which is all I really need him to do. As I said, I want to keep an eye on these guys, because I don't really want to know what they're doing. At some point they might go to war with me, and that'll be a a bitter fight. It probably might not necessarily last long, but it will be a bitter fight, and it could happen at a key moment, because because at some point I do want to get this ritual off, and I've got a feeling I'm going to get quite a few armies sent against, chaos armies sent against me to do it. So what does he want? Military access. You know what, I'm going to go for that for now. I want to keep him on side so I can start trading with him. I want to keep all of the dwarf factions as much on side as I can. Now maybe rather than invading Lustria I should have just consolidated in Southlands, but that wouldn't have been quite as fun as a long-range invasion of another continent. And here go Chaos pushing down, and they're going to be followed by Kroq-Gar. I have the Right of Ferocity available, which is a post-battle loot, experience units, and a better recruitment capacity. I'm not going to pop that one off just yet. Mr. Kroq-Gar, you can start pushing down towards Oxil, so we can take these three, and then we can start clearing up around here as well. So I'm going to be very aggressive in this campaign. We are doing reasonably here. Chief is leveled up again. Let's have a look what's happening with the public order here. So that is using 1 per turn on that. However, again, the corruption. So he will be okay long run, but for now I want to keep somebody there. Any chance on a confederation? At some point I really do want to get these guys to confederate with me, they just don't want to take it. Right, campaign bonuses for now. Let's push to that one, then I can come down and start clearing through. And let's have a quick look through my cities again. Don't want to get off this because the ancient Stegodon, and actually this is the one I really want. I want a revivification, but I need so for the revivification, Temple of the Old Ones and a Blood Shrine of Sotek. So I do actually need both. Oh, that's annoying. So I might have to drop this. So that's the one I want more, so that's a Blood Shrine of Sotek. Let's have a look. Now that is good, but I'm going to be using something to do that. This is a tricky one. What do I want to drop? You know what, I could actually drop the Star Chamber and build it somewhere else. If that's what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to drop my Star Chamber here. It doesn't provide me a garrison, doesn't provide me any bonuses. And I'm going to build one of them down here. As well as, let's have a look-see. Go for economy. I think I'm good on my recruitment for this turn of building stuff for this turn. Probably going to move them out next turn and start pushing them down as well. Well, towards the monastery. I probably don't want to take this, but I'll probably burn it down. But I'll decide at the time. Okay. So they are still quite powerful up there. I'd want to avoid wars with any extra wars with the elves if I can help it, though at some point I might be forced into one because they do seem to have some very powerful factions here now. I'm a little worried Mazamundi's going to get a bit squashed there. However, at this point, so long as I can keep the flow going, I should be able to complete the campaign. However, if I want to continue afterwards, I might be in a bit of a tricky situation because, well, you'll see what happens at the end of the campaign. It's a bit of a life and, it really does have a bit of a fun struggle at the end, so we shall see what happens. Okay, so these guys pushing. They've got another, as you can see, they've got another ritual resource site up there. Not that I need ritual resources at the moment. There's another big Skaven army down there fighting the dwarves, which is good because it's not paying attention to me. And hopefully they are going to knock that city. I don't want them. Did they get destroyed? They did. Now, can I reach it this turn? No. However, I should be able to make the most of the damage they've done to that city there. Right, so my Scar veteran has leveled up again. Let's get him some more damage. Let's keep pushing his damage. And let's start moving. Ooh. Moving this army down. Okay, let's head back over here, have a look. Let's get my other one going. And buff up this one too, which will give us the top level, which is going to give us... Well, it's quite nice. Yeah, it's going to give us various buffs. You can go pick that up. Give me a 10k. You want to give me a 10k? Oh, well, it's still nice. Let's give him Root Marcher. Let's buff up the Zlatland's garrison a bit. Okay, so let's keep pushing. Hopefully I'm going to get you a nice battle with some Skaven at some point here, guys. So what are those high elves doing? So they're pushing up, so they're basically, I think all these guys are just throwing everything they can at the Dark Elves, which is good. They can do that as much as they want. Oh, hang on, there's their territory being cleared out here. So I might want to go look at that. I might want to try and capture that as quickly as I can, because I think that's part of one of the territories I've got. So I want to work out exactly why it's empty. Okay, we have an agent going over to Kroq-Gar there. I think he's going to be disappointed. Okay, so Itza again, who are my staunch allies. Going on. And the blue guys who are still failing. You've got a big army there. You can go in and you can take out those vampires. Why don't they just do it? I might send them a cooperation target actually on that city to make them do it. Yeah, I'll go for military alliance with you. Right. Now this is what I want to worry about, because I don't want them to start taking cities I want. However, those dwarfs will give me a nicer buffer up against this high elf faction here. Right, so they've performed a rite. I have a mission. Win 2 battles against Skaven, I can get 3 blessed chameleon skinks. And the old or the New World colonies, they were one of my trading partners, damn it. Right, so where are the dwarfies on here? Can I trade with the other faction yet? No. Right. So let's hit Oxhill. So this is another very big army. I am going to siege this one properly, guys, and continue the siege, because that's going to be a hard fight when I do it. Alright, let's have a quick cheeky save, because I'm also going to attack here, which I know has definitely has an army in it. I can't quite get there this turn. Right, let's have a look what's going on up here. So they have lost that territory. And this is the last one of this, so I'm going to start double timing it towards that before they take it. Now this is a bit risky, because I'm going to start losing public order here. But for now, that'll do. And start looking around. Let's start pushing up my economy again, as we've been doing. So I can hopefully pop these guys into a little bit of an economic powerhouse. Anything useful I can build here. Again, I'm going to pop another star chamber up here as well, so we get another slan mage if I need to. Okay, so I'm going to pop a little bit into this army then, which I keep forgetting about. I need to build this army up. Okay, he's moving. Hopefully he'll be able to get down to that one this turn with the extra movement I gave him last turn. Going for campaign again. When I'm fighting against Skaven, I tend to go for campaign because it gives you a lot of sort of regen bonuses, and Skaven have big armies, and while they regen quickly, Lizardmen really don't. So having that extra regen in your army is very beneficial and really helps me able to keep in the fight without having to stop and rebuild every so often. Because when I stop and rebuild, the Skaven pop out another 3 or 4 armies in the time. It would, you know, that's their thing. They can just keep throwing army after army after army, wave after wave of Skaven at me, which makes them very interesting. It does make their playstyle interesting as well, because you can pop out... they're very cheap armies, but you can pop out very cheap armies very quickly. Oh, you want peace? That's not happening. Mr. Kroq, you are going to get flattened. Now, what are these guys doing up here? If they're considering I'm invading this continent, I've got quite a few friends here already. I've got the dwarfs, I've got the 2 Lizardmen factions who are staunch allies now, so it's only this lower part where I'm going to really come up against the opposition. As I said, I do want to watch for all of these elf factions, but even if they go against me, I can probably squash them fairly quickly, but it's a matter of, do I want to squash them? Remind me to set a war target. Set a war target. I need to keep that in my head. I need to get that war target set, so if they actually go and finish off that vampire faction, because those blue guys can finish off that vampire faction, they can actually become a bit more of a... So they failed their ritual. Oh! So they had a critical failure against Kroq-Gar, and he gained a movement range. Right. Set a war cooperation target on the Awakening. That is all I wanted to do. Okay, right, we've got a couple of little attacks to do here. Right, so this is another big fight. Ooh, plague monks are nasty. Clan rats I'm not so bothered about. Gutter runner slingers. Plague core catapults, they are something I want to worry about. Oh, I actually have Lord Skrolk here, so he's somebody I want to worry about. And they've got a wizard. What sort of wizard is he? Plague breath. So this could be a fun fight. So quick save. The biggest worry is probably those plague claw catapults actually. And let's start this battle. So another big Skaven fight. Now, I don't have Kroq-Gar here. I've got my Slan Mage who I want to keep safe. So this does make this a very different battle. Because obviously with Kroq-Gar, I want to get Kroq-Gar right into the middle of a Skaven, because he will just eat them alive. Whereas here I want to be using my Lizardmen far more. Now, I've got lots of swords. I do have a couple of 4 spears, which aren't going to be as good against these guys, unfortunately, because they don't have large units. I really probably shouldn't be bothering with as many spears, but I always like to have some spears just in case you come up against these units. These guys are mace infantry, so they are... I actually don't know if it's quite the equivalent of swords, but I assume it is, so they're going to be good against generic infantry here. The thing which worries are these plague monks, because they don't break. They've got very low armour, however, so I should be able to cut through them quite easily. But they have high... Well, they have high leadership for Skaven. Let's have a look. Yeah, so their leadership's about 75, whereas these guys isn't. Yeah, whereas these guys still have more. I'm going to risk a gamble. Come on. Ah! Well, that was a wasted gamble. So we are attacking a little Skaven settlement here. So you can see we're in a big cave. And you can see in the background there you've got the city, all the Skaven tunnels and their contraptions. And the green of warpstone going on here, and even behind us we've got various bits and pieces. So it is a very pretty bit of terrain. Right, let's start deployment then. So, classic line. They don't have much in the way of calves, so I'm going to pop all these guys off to one side. My Slan can go in the middle, and my Skink Chief can as well. And my Saurus Warrior can literally go in the middle of this line, actually. Okay. And let's start moving forwards, and you guys can all pull up over here, right to the side. Where are those Plague Claw catapults? They're right in there, so I want to try and get my cav round right round to the back as early as I can. They are spawning. They have an ability called Menace from Below, where they can spawn units in underneath them, which they have been doing. What happened there? They're still moving everything, which is nice. They're pulling themselves around this gap. So it's going to literally be, we're going to have to wedge ourselves into this little gap here. Right, you guys can get in already. Right, where is my Slan? You can start getting out of there. You guys can pull right up here. Well, where's my other steggy? Right, you can hit these guys inside. Okay, so we're already getting fairly heavily engaged here. Oh, we have some behind us. But my steggy is going for them. And let's start charging into everything. So let's get my cold ones on there, and let's get my Carnosaur back into their other units. Get a nice wind spell across here. Let's watch this Carnosaur charge. Let's just Stegodon right into the back of these plague monks. Oh, ha, 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 ha. So yeah, a lot of my units some of my units are actually breaking here. That's not going well. However, overall, we're still pushing in nicely here. Our unit can pull back to help my Slan. I'm quite low on magic at the moment. Let's give myself some damage resistance. Let's throw a couple of heals out. Right, where is their lord? Where is Kroq? I want to get people on Kroq. Hang on, I'm just pausing. I'm being lame and I'm pausing while I find Kroq. Where is he? They've got a Plague Priest. There is Kroq. Oh god, he's not doing well. Let's get my Carnosaur down here onto Kroq as well. Okay, so we've got a lot of units enraging. Let's get them out. Push you guys behind. They are dealt with. Let's get you up against Kroq as well, and let's get all of my ranged shooting at Kroq. Right, so the Skaven are starting to break quite a bit. You can get up here as well in against Kroq. Everything on Kroq, basically. Other than my Stegodon can charge up against them to keep their archers moving. What's his melee like? Doesn't have much armour. No, so he's not worth it. However, I'm better ranged with him. And that is victory coming. Where is Kroq? Is Kroq running away? Have I actually got Kroq down? Right, so hopefully I can get the chain route on here. So this is where I want to push in. You can actually get into melee there. Let's keep pushing up against these guys. Don't stop. Just keep this push. Because I want to keep pushing, because otherwise they will rally and come back. Oh, I think I've lost my cold ones here, which isn't good. Where are you guys going? Oh, okay, my Saurus can stay on Kroq. That's where Kroq went. In fact, my Skink Chief can chase him off the map. You can come back and help out over here. You're needed. So right now, it really is just about keeping this push on. He can go after Kroq there. And let's watch this guy coming in. Smash that unit. Then you can turn around straight to these guys. And let's pull him out so we can get a nice charge in again. And Carnosaur coming in there. And here's the route, chain route. Right, so that painful battle again, guys, against my things. I lost quite a few guys. However, we won it because my guys just don't go down. However, 326 for 1,400 basically. So it's a good victory. They did have some quite nice units there. However, again, I took more losses than I wanted to, and I think I lost my unit of cold ones completely, which is something I didn't want to do. I got them over engaged. I lost track of them, and they got squashed, unfortunately, which isn't really ideal. But these things happen in war. You know, I occasionally lose a unit. I can always replace him with a Carnosaur instead. Something like that, or potentially get some horned ones in there, but nothing at the moment. For the moment, it's going to be consolidating. I'm going to take that city and consolidate. And we've dealt with Lord Kroq for the moment, which is good. And it'll probably be a big hit to their clan as well, because obviously, as with a lot of these guys, they give a lot of buffs to the overall clan. So hopefully Valor have made a big hit on it. Also, a lot of these units they start with are cheaper because they're with Lord Kroq. So those Plague Monks things cheaper simply because they're with Lord Kroq. Anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the stream because we're actually up to 40 minutes here. So I'm going to be ending this one on this battle. We will get the other battle at the start of the next stream where I'm pushing in and taking that settlement. So that'll be a nice done one with Kroq-Gar able to push in and start shredding through that settlement there. Again, thank you very much for watching. Please, please, please feel free to give me constructive feedback, guys. I am very new to this, so all feedback is more than welcome. Thank you very much for watching, guys.